Hello everyone, my name is Fabo and welcome to Nightcall. This is another game I found in my library, and from what I saw from the game cover, I think it's a detective game. So let's get into it. New game. Choose the investigation. The judge. Victims have all something in common and the motives seem clear. But which suspect could have done it? Balanced case, perfect for our first run. Select. Difficulty story mode. Alright. Let's see how this game is like. Raw Fury. I'm not gonna read all those names in time, so I'm not even gonna try to bother. Here? Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? You're fine. He takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The world bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes. You were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. Feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. I just needed to hit a bug. It was on my screen. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and, in those circumstances, it would have been fatal. Chose to put you in an induced. Your voice becomes more distant. More distant. Hates. I had a soda earlier and got it down the wrong pipe and need to cough it up a bit. That's why I keep coughing. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move through your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It's incredibly painful. Did they... I'm sorry? Did they catch the judge? No. What about the passenger? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second. Very awkward a second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible, to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head, to no avail. Need to rest. She leaves the room. A voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care, he's the only witness. He's. Another female voice joins in. A strong, authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue. Some odd combination of the two. For being in this hospital room, you'd never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by and a month later. Night 1. It's a FNAF game. Just kidding. Well, look, I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's the first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? Catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. I'm listening. Okay. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know. I know. And you know he's about to tell you a story of his taxi fleet. Again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. Let him go on. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me, to hire the guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air, though none of them are any match for you. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes on a serious note. You want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard. The meter, the GPS. I've been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah. Right then. Well, first the map. Spot potential customers and try to guess where they will be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. Flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. When your shift is over, you do the numbers and his voice trails off, as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Alright, no overtime. You're in France here, and there are rules, regulations. Might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job. What's the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while, as if he's hesitant to speak. And then, I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer is still out there, and we think he's going to come back for you. He holds her gaze, then turns away. You know, I can put you on the day shift. I'll send you out to the suburbs. Away from it all. You shake your head no. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Have a good evening. The sarcasm in his voice is palpable. Right. You have a good evening too. He'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. Watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. Sit there a moment and turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you missed that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to life, despite the attack, despite it all. I guess I'm gonna drive to that one. Earth Greylu. I almost read Caillou. Hey pal, can you help me out? Sure. The door opens. It's Hervey, a homeless man like hundreds of others in Paris. We've known each other for years, and every now and then I ask a favor of you, to drive him someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little on edge. Hey, buddy. What's up, pup? This strange rebel tick you've never really understood. Start a cab. Hervey seems pretty happy with himself today. In the rear view mirror, you watch him run his tongue over his lips as if mentally preparing for a good meal. He catches your eye and smiles. Sorry, I'm a bit out of it today. So I see. It's just I had a bad week. You know, a really bad week. And yesterday... He hesitates, as if he can't believe what he's about to say. Like it's too good to be true. The lines around the corners of his eyes, that show his real age, wrinkle slightly. Hervey gives a little laugh. Serious man, I don't believe in God, you know. I don't believe in it all, in all that bullshit shit. It doesn't make any sense. Some guy with a beard up in the sky. I never got it, what people saw in him. Anyhow, God. None of us believe in him on the street. His eyes crinkle up at the corners again. I mean, we believe when the soup kitchen goes to the church. Yeah, sure, we believe in him then. He flashes his teeth and lets out a harsh, raspy laugh. A pause. So, yesterday? He's observing you. His eyes light up all of a sudden. Oh yeah, yesterday. He's talking faster now, an incessant flow. I was starving, man. It was pretty bad. Toby and I had gone all the garbage bins in the neighborhood. Toby, he's this German guy. He says he prefers France, that we are more generous here. So I was starving. Hervey's eyes tear up. His voice drops off. A faraway look comes over him. A lengthy pause. Are you okay? He snaps out of it. Yeah, like I was saying. I was saying that, yeah. I was starving. I was hanging out near the supermarket on Rue Rimousin. I don't speak French, so I'll butcher most of those names. Fancy neighborhood, but not too fancy. No cops. He gives you a wink. That's always a plus. And then there was like this guy I sometimes see around. A young guy. Like just a kid. ID. He comes out of the supermarket with his groceries, and before I even say a word, he hands me a kind of cassoulet as big as a beach ball. Harry's face lights up. He didn't even know they made them that big. Harry bursts out laughing, and his eye wanders back to the street. And then? And then what? Bah, I don't know. That's the whole story. A passenger stares at you for a minute. Yeah. A kid gave me a free meal can of cassoulet. You say nothing. We're expecting nothing really. A homeless guy is staring at you in a rear mirror. Sometimes, buddy, it feels like you expect an awful lot from me. Harry suddenly pats you on the shoulder. Hold on, wait. I'm going to get out here if you don't mind. Park the cab as soon as you see an empty space. Thanks, man. Looking out the window. Yeah, I think that's him. Everything's alright? It is, definitely. Time to settle something. But on a word, he opens the door and gets out. This time, I'm gonna get him. And later, he vanishes into a dark alley. Because I didn't wait for him. Yeah. That was stupid. And I don't feel like... Sure. That was a good idea. In front of the American embassy. We can't recall ever picking up a customer here. They probably have a fleet of their own. Or contract with a private company. The door's open. You take an immediate liking to a guy who gets in. Find him somehow reassuring, like a lost tourist. Babble something in English. You have to listen hard to make out the address. Sorry, I'm just back in Paris. I've forgotten my manners. Flashes you a sparkling smile. Voice is tinged with a slight American accent. You turn the key in the ignition. Thanks. What's your name, pal? Surprised to hear him use the familiar too from straight off the bat. Hussein? Nice to meet you, Hussein. He stares at you intently for a moment. My name is... not slowly, as if disheartened. If I reveal my name, we're left with no other choice. I'll have to kill you. Your NPC tag already tells me that you are Milo. He pauses, way too long to be joking. His face darkens. It's a different man, his seat behind you. And then, his face creases into a grin. Hey, amigo, I'm joking. I work for the CIA, that's all. Gee, not much of a talker, are you? Doesn't matter. We can talk for two, even three people. Do I have some stories for you, my friend? A wave of sadness comes over your passenger, and read it in his gestures, in the look on his face. Cast a glance into the rearview mirror, trying to catch his eye. No luck. Tough night? It was like any other night, with its share of highs and lows. A soft drunken burp tells you what the highs are. It's just that he sits bolt upright as if someone had struck him on the back of the neck. I don't have any children, amigo, but I've had some under my supervision, kids. One of them is... He stops short, doesn't have to finish. You know where that sentence ends. Slam heavily against your seat and focus on the road. On automatic pilot, your mind are blank. What would you do if your children disappeared? Something awful. Can't even imagine it. The wrenching sorrow of a parent who loses a child. First time I saw him, voice has gone up a notch. Almost jump. Was beating up a black market supplier. The guy had sold him shoe polish that smelled like shit. and his business depended on shoe polish. Was always stationed around Krakow, Fall. Holds call it's I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not even gonna try. Calling out to passers-by at the top of his lungs. His voice trails off. Bogdan. He wasn't the first kid I ever supervised. It's just, there was something different about him. He caught on fast and we go. Know what I mean? Could think on his feet. He knew when to get tough and when to play dead. Bogdan was like a little Polish monkey. Smart, cunning, fearless, brave. A real comic book hero. Breaks off again. I really cared for him? A great deal. I think he reminded me of myself. Like I said, amigo, I sensed it immediately. First time I set eyes on him. Speeding up this supplier, and I went over and handed him a marshmallow. That's what we always gave them back then. We had about 5 minutes for a serious talk before the sugar kicked in. It was back in '88. Poland was no longer part of the USSR. The Soviets had lost. Amazing country, amigo. Have you ever been there? Never. That's too bad. Arrive at your destination. A nondescript building, all glass and metal. Every person is unique. Your passenger reaches into his pocket, wishing for the fare. Some are as cool as concrete, others fragile, like hard glass. He pulls out a bill and hands it to you. Pulls are made of steel. His voice falters. His eyes glaze over. I'm very sorry. No, amigo, I'm not just sad. I'm disappointed too. Disappointed? He feels for something in his vest. The idea of his having a gun gives you quite a start. That kid entered my life in a jingle, like a jingle. See what I mean? Struggling to find the right metaphor. Life is like a radio. There are the songs, the interviews, the ads, and the jingles. Jingles are short, they stick in your head. Can't get rid of them. Not as sent without thinking. The client grins. The police got him. Find the kid, he went and got himself whacked. Through his own fault too. I thought he was smarter. It's been 30 years, but Bogdan, or whatever, the kid could have made something out of himself. He let himself get caught pickpocketing a couple of American tourists, and then made a run for it, and got shot in the back. Dumbass. He opens the cab door. The cold air rushes in. I taught that kid everything I knew. Everything. Well, so much for him. He exits the cab. The door slams with a resounding echo. Sits stock still, taking in his parting words. And you start up the cab. A better way to get mind off things. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets in the back seat. Having a good night, will say. Second you freeze. Some of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. Weeks I've been saying to myself there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, talked all of my fellow cops about it. As I was sure you lied to us. She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. And it's over to you. I don't think you are the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah, between us it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. Not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I would think he has a crush on you. She smirks. Oh no, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17? Icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, we've kept a low profile. You are lying about your name and your address. Checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they get rid of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car. Meaning, no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. Personally, I like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. The chief wants to go to the prosecutor with her first and last name, with evidence. Actually, knowing him is not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Why would you give a taxi driver evidence? To give him information he should not have? And if it's mentioned in court, might make me look more like the murderer. Interrogate. Ask questions. Dig around. I'm not a cop. She shrugs. Don't worry, you are already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're not Batman, you're just here to get me more information. Your rummage around in my pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days, just to check in, we'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. He takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone. She was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. Can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Her smile's biting. Reminds me, you know you've done time? You shake your head. She snickers. A little dirtbag. Cover your tracks well. What if I refuse? If you refuse? Simple. I turn you in. I'll send you a picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. A picture with your name on it. Your real name. When we're close to you, we'll have the place searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. We could be brothers, actually. Takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him into court. Ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case. You got me, and neither can you, right? You ripped open your gut, you saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Now you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. Furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you are actually going to do what I tell you to do. Investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right, and don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. I glare at her. For what it's worth, it was a pleasure not to be interrupted every other minute. You can't imagine how much I missed that at work. She puts her hand up and you can hear words behind it. This conversation never happened. Make sure you get more until tomorrow. Find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. Fucking bit. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. She left behind some papers. Shit. Key in ignition, motor on. Radio on, crackles, and off and start driving. Definitely two passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You'll find them back at your studio after your shift. Take a second to enjoy the signs of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. Throw the files Bossett gave you on a table. On the wall, you hung up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. You've been gone since you got out of... Plan simple. Jot down all the pictures of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you are building a story about each suspect, trying to understand their motives, understand how he or she got into this situation. Steps in the hallway. You stop in front of your door, you move away. Crack your knuckles and get to work. Let's see, the homeless guy. Mm-hmm. So, the homeless guy could be responsible if he basically just killed anyone who annoyed him. But, I mean, it was also a little bit suspicious that he got out at a specific road without paying yet, compelling me to stay. So I was thinking that maybe he sold me out to the killer, but it could also be that he is the killer. Then I haven't encountered her, I think. And from what I mean, unless we somehow were part of the people who killed her parents, I don't think she would have a motive to kill us. Let's see, that guy, retired cop, divorce from a judge. Unless he remembers us, I don't think he is. Unless we did something bad to children, I wouldn't really suspect him killing us either. And in his case, it could also be if the dad was a cop that knew us, but his cop was in financial affairs, so I don't think he was it either. Let's see. Two clues. Let's see what clues we have. Let's see. No sign of violence. We reserve this. Huh. Justice. And they already have some of them connected. Time is up. Let's see. Killer's height less than 1.80 m. And that applies to all of them, right? Yeah. Then message on crime. Time is up. And that connects to her. Him is a rare gun in the 70s, and he's old enough to have a gun like that. But I would say that maybe it could be from Argentina. Killer knew the victims and researched them. Which would make sense for if someone wanted vengeance for his parent, but don't really suspect Pierrot. Then a lawyer should be able to do it, and well, that would arguably tell me that it might have been him, but also message on crime scene is justice sounds more like someone who wants to give justice to someone, and that's also why I suspect it being her, because she wants justice for her parents. I don't know what exactly Argentinian junta is, but I'm assuming it was like something where people were attacked or killed by terrorists. I'm assuming. I don't know anything about it, so that's just what I'm going off with my assumptions here. He's deserved this. Arguably, again, could be this not. Could also be the others. Like him or her are my main suspects, in my opinion. Okay. That's all. A heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. Pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, the faces, problems. You open one eye. Fragments of a dream are still lingering. With music made you climb onto the roof of your apartment. Aunt Basset and her home squad there, right above your head. Well, that was fucking scary. You get up quickly to forget all that. A few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Night 2. So... I don't need to fill up yet, but there's something I need to go there for. I'll pick up that lady. Hope it's on the way. Sure. I guess in a cab and whispers. Hello. There's no handbag or suitcase. There's a small handmade sign with an Indian name printed on it. Charles de Gaulle, please. She's young for a soft and slight accent. Her face shows no emotion. Her fingers play with the small gold chain around her neck. It is the only piece of jewelry she has on. I drive glancing back at her from time to time. Her head seems to be elsewhere. Everything alright? She nods. It's really early. First planes to come in are the worst. Everyone is exhausted and half asleep. Yes, and exactly, and... I must confess I don't really want to go there. Tiny smile lights her face up for a split second before disappearing. Ah, family? My future husband. Well, future. I never even met him. Her accent suddenly becomes stronger. I know this habit well. Just before confiding in you, passengers tend to relax to their natural accent. I'm sure he's a great guy, as they say here. Sadness appears in her voice. But I don't know him at all. My parents chose him. Crazy, isn't it? And you're shocked? It's a tradition. At least it used to be. Parents are a bit old school, even by current standards in India. I chose to study here and not in England like my sisters. We flashes a smile. Fell in love with Paris and decided to stay. Almost never go home. Actually, this is home now. Anyway, my parents insist I meet him. He decided to make the trip, saying he had a meeting as a pretext. I mean, in my opinion, it's not acceptable to let others tell you where or how to live. So, an arranged marriage, in my opinion, shouldn't happen unless you wanted that. And only if all partners involved are fine with it. No, you don't understand. This is just the way things are. And I knew it would happen one day. I've been talking about it for ages. Try to avoid the subject. It's understandable from their perspective. I mean, it worked for them, right? You sense something bubbling up. Anger. Some people refuse to let their emotions out. Chloe regains control of her body. What day trips would you recommend outside Paris? Nearby? She nods. Marseille, of course. Huge park. Which terminal? C, 2C. I'm gonna try to see. We'll pick up the granny on the way back. Argentinian embassy. So I'm thinking more and more that it is Claudia. I'll probably get myself killed. Okay. What? A lawyer? Is representing a terrorist. Yes, healthier sleeping habits than I have. Like, I go to sleep at 1 or 2 a.m. and wake up at around 6 a.m. Well, what else would do it? Thank you. Oh, a cat. Can I pick up a cat? Yes. You pull up to the sidewalk and wait for a passenger. As it looks like a no-show, you get out of cab after a minute or two with a cigarette. There's not much going on in a small town. Ja, so. Deswegen eine Wechsel. Yes. Yes. I love this game. That reminds me of all the sleep deprivation videos on Insta. Look around. Now the cat is contemplating its life. What the hell? I'm fairly certain that the cat is a human who was transformed into a cat. Oh. Okay. The Masked Joker. Okay. What's that? Is that a robot? Experiment. An affair. Okay. Running away. What is the AI afraid of destroying? I mean, kinda correct. At least the robot tipped. Santa! I'm not gonna pick up anyone normal at this point. I'll just keep her. Yeah. He likes his brandy. So Santa's tip is, if you're feeling sad, just get wasted at a bar. Oh. The young generation is doing everything wrong. I mean, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I love a machine gun. I mean, I don't need one at the moment, at least. There. Yeah. Yeah. Parents are success. I wish toter Festnet told I was coming to his yard. Maybe. I think that he's the real Santa. What are we looking for? Oh, of course. Well. Ah, that guy. Oh. Oh. Night is over. Okay. Oh well. It's enough time. So. Sure. I'm free. Purchase business. Time is up. This also applies to her. You deserved this. This is really just him. Okay. Stolen wallet. I mean, technically you could also say this, but it's like the least incriminating. Then serve this. I mean, could be him. This is only linked to her. So I could place this here. Then link to the process. Also just link to her. Also just link to her. I mean, you deserve this could also be here. Either way, it's not related to us. Well, to her. Let's see. Bullet case. Killer knew the victims. And you would probably be able to research that. Or you would need to be a lawyer or a former cop. Or have the stuff of a former cop. Well, can't check out all of the documents. No. Let's see. There's another spot here. Oops. Private investigator. Yeah. Next. Here. Yeah. Oh no, it's her again. Oh wait. Do we know each other? Oh. I mean, the attack happened later, so... I don't need more people who want to kill me, so... calming her down is probably a good idea. Why the hell am I this far away now? Just wanted to get to the information. Oh. Oh, trying to quit. Hmm. I don't know if that should happen, or if her husband is gonna be mad about it. Hmm. I want to be kind, but I don't know if that was the right choice. Probably should have said no. But if I need more information from her, I might break everything. Batman again. Everything okay? Mostly, if he isn't beating up innocent people, I don't mind him doing what he's doing. Also, what kind of superhero takes a taxi? Good luck. One villains. On the street, he ran to that movie star. Hmm. Everything alright? Classical or jazz, maybe? Shouldn't say that. I mean, everyone has their own path. I'm 23 and I'm just finishing my apprenticeship in software development. And I have nothing lined up afterwards, so... And also, Germany, I think I have a future work-wise in Germany anyway. Not just because of the economy, but also because of changes the government wants to add, like the way the social system is going and the already proposed changes. I don't think I wanted to stay in Germany. And if I don't find anything, I might as well just start looking in other countries. So I only speak German and English, so either I need to learn a new language or I need to look at England or Great Britain in general. Ireland, Switzerland or Austria. I'll see if I can go somewhere else with just English and German. Everything okay? Predator, probably. A ghost hunter, of course. Let me send you to a building with rubber walls and very kind people in white coats who will help you put on a special other coat. And will be very kind to listen to your problems. Where is this? She hasn't paid. Oh well. I should go to the gas station. Probably around 70 to 80 euros. Ah. In what fictional universe is this taking place? Again, I don't know how big the taxes are on gasoline in France. Can I pay for my gas? No, do I just drive away? Oh well. The embassy guy again? Right, and now? Maybe they could. Because that crazy woman told me that befriending a kid would save me from death. family drama. I mean, it is risky to go on a boat. Now I see without her. Just kidding. She needs to go to the airport. Take good care of yourself. Ah, nice. Big tip. Awesome. Let's see. Not enough time. So, what do we have here? Weapon. Yeah, it could be either of them. Not part of. Killer part of them three. Hmm. So, I have the most damning evidence on her. But yeah, on the other hand. Hmm. Yeah, like. Again, I don't know why he would be a killer. He could be a killer, and it would be a only link to me I know. Like. Yeah. Okay, I didn't think he was it anyway, so... I mean, the game did say I shouldn't pick it based on most evidence, but on the best evidence. And regarding the weapon, it would have to be either the former cop or the son of the cop that died. But again, the cop that did die was in the financial sector, so I don't really see how he would be involved. Nightfall. Our best friend. I didn't mean to pick her up, but alright. Frail or fragile? Frail? Isn't that when you're old and because of that can break, and fragile is lifelong? So I guess frail? Are you okay? Is she on drugs? Okay. Whoa, that was a good tip. Whoa. 19 for the hair and 12 on the tip. And another Yordle. Yay. This is where I died. Let's make friends. Well, that's the that kid taken care of, I guess. Is there any place else I could get more evidence? Let's just pick up new people. Are you cold? No, please. What the? He looks like a murderer. It's picking up. Yes. Ooh. Seven years. Nice. I'm still stopping. I was attacked. Let's drive home. Let's see. So, killer fought victim 1. Yes. Wait, what? What? We have Victim 4. Victim 1. Doesn't that mean that there would be multiple killers? If it's... Claudia would make sense if she wore high heels. Or if there are multiple killers. But from the remaining suspects, she would make more sense. Again, he doesn't make any sense. Only these two would make sense to me. So, how about, like, victim 3 is linked to her. The victims are wealthy. Reserve this. Only spot without CCTV. Victim 1 was a battle. Victim 1. And this gun. Not part of the police league. Only these two would have access to it. Victim 4 is a different story. Victims are killed with one bullet in the neck, but one shot me or stabbed me in the liver. Death is means execution. Yeah, part of victim 3. Part of victim 1. But no signs of violence. Maybe the cops are manipulating it? Like, yeah. Two mismatching evidences. Oh. It might be the cop. Oh? Some new evidence. Shit. But he's already ruled out. He has an alibi. Also, it was probably a stupid idea to even give him the names of the suspects. It would probably have been smarter if I just mentioned the victims. Yeah. The game bugged out. Oh well, that's gonna be it for today's video. Please like and subscribe to support me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.